Jeez, man. So I am back in here for another video because for some reason people still can't seem to get their shit together. For some reason people are still fucking confused about the world we live in. The world they reside in, people are still heads in the sand, fucked up. Bro, remember a video I done a couple years back? I done a video a couple years back about Shikazia Flanders, right? Young black boy from South London who was told by his school he has to cut his dreads, otherwise he's going to be suspended, expelled, whichever way you want to look at it. All right. Now we know that we've been hearing about these sorts of news tabloids throughout the news for about the last 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. All right. This shit is nothing new. So there's another kid that I follow on the Instagram now, yeah, a little young mixed race boy called Farouk James, all right. He's another young kid, mixed race boy with a long lock of hair, all right. Big afro, type of hair goals I'm trying to reach right now. You see what I'm saying? It's the type of hair goals I'm trying to reach. So I've been reading about his story now. About he's been turned down from, I think it's 3 schools now. He's been turned down by 3 schools here in London because they want him to cut his beautiful, natural, long flowing lock of hair. All right, they want him to cut his hair. And we've been hearing about these stories constantly. I had to also break it down to people on this Instagram post, because it's his mum that posted about it, and his mum's always speaking about it. I think she was on GMTV News about this thing as well a couple weeks back. But anyway, people are all in the comments now sugarcoating around this motherfucking news right now. People were sugarcoating around the news. I'm just the person who's going to come in here and say it exactly like it fucking is. People still change, like, you know what's magic? People forget also that in 2018 they passed a law. They passed a law in New York for black people to be allowed to wear their natural hair without being discriminated in 2018. Many black people saw this as a win. And again, I was probably like the only 3-4% of black people who saw this as the most fucked up shit. Bro, it's 2018 and we're only now passing a law for black people to wear their natural hair and not be discriminated against. And again, I always speak to people about, so what does society deem as natural and normal? Okay, what does society deem as natural and normal? Because if black people can't wear their normal natural hair, then what the fuck is normal and natural? Okay, so anyway, Farouk James now, he's been turned down from 2, maybe 3 schools because they want him to cut his hair, and his mum not having it. Everybody else is in the comments just like, well, look, people should be allowed to grow their hair, people should be allowed to do what the hell they like. And again, my shit is just like, bro, look, all right, I want people to recognize that racism is still alive. I don't give a fuck what you are about to write in my comments about what you think or what you believe about racism, okay? Racism is still alive. Racism is never going to die. The only reason why we can get rid of racism is if white people want to get rid of racism. That's just facts, and I'm always going to say this shit, alright? We can speak about racism all fucking day, but as long as white people really don't give a fuck about racism, as long as white people continue to say, oh, why is everything about race? I don't see color, which is why I spell humans with an E. Okay? I've been saying this for like the last 4 or 5 years. I spell humans with an E because I want to be seen as a black man. Society will always see me as a black man. Okay? So I said, right, people want to believe that racism isn't dead. Racism is very much alive because I'm always seeing these stories about black kids being told to cut their hair. Young girls being told to cut their hair. Young girls being told they can't come into school with their afro out and a little rose sitting there. You know what I mean? They're told they can't do this. They can't come in with canos. They can't have locks. You see what I'm saying? So then I had somebody, obviously, of course, some idiot white girl who thought to herself, right, cool, let me try and jump onto this guy and tell him that everything is not about race, okay? So we're going back and forth. I can't even be asked to tell you guys about this freaking thing. We're going back and forth to the point where she's telling me not everything is about race, and then as her comments continue, I'm starting to see the vileness in her, you know what I mean? So, at me now, I'm so petty, bro. I'm telling you, Like, I am super friggin' petty. I think this is how I'm actually being able to get through this madness of the world that we live in right now. In order for me to sustain this bubble that I reside in order for me to keep my Master Roshi Island tidy, I move petty. Can't lie to you. I move real super petty on Instagram. Petty Wap is my fucking name. So when I see people make comments about certain things, especially when it comes to race, alright, I always start to pretty much be real petty in my comments, just in order to make people mad enough so I can see what their real thoughts are like. Because if anybody knows anything, if you make people angry enough, their true thoughts and feelings will come out. So as I'm getting this woman mad, or girl mad, her feelings are starting to come out. She's not particularly saying, oh, black people this or niggas that, but she's always, you people. And when I speak to people of a different race, when I'm speaking to people about racism in general, and then you're speaking to someone who isn't black, and then they always say things like, you people, you need to understand what they mean. All right? It's also like when the media uses thugs and gangsters for black people, that's just another word for nigger. Like, we know this shit already. Because when white people do the same shit that black people do, they're not called thugs or gangsters. They're called rambunctious teens. Rambunctious teens, okay? So anyway, we're still talking about the fact that we still have to deal with the fact in 2020, black kids still can't wear their natural hair in school. We still have to deal with the fact that people will say, I don't see color. But bro, you're always going to see color. Like I've said before, if you see a crime or you've been involved in some sort of crime and you call up the police and the police ask you, what does the person look like? You can't say to the police, I'm sorry, officer, I don't see color. He was just an ordinary man. He was an ordinary man. I don't see color, so I can't tell you the color of his skin. You can't. Everybody has skin complexion, whether you're a white man, white woman, black man, black woman, Chinese man, Chinese woman. All right? It really doesn't fucking matter. Humans is spelt with an E. And racism will always fucking exist, bro. But look, check up into this, because I only wanted to come in here briefly. Again, it's just like another small public service announcement for people who really don't fucking believe that racism doesn't exist. It still exists. Black people are still being told to cut their fucking hair, bro. Still being told to cut our hair. That's all I wanted to fucking say. And another public service announcement, make sure you're fucking drinking your water and make sure you're eating your fruits and vegetables. I'm getting tired of people talking about winter flu this and cold flu that and coronavirus this and whatever virus that. Eat your motherfucking fruits and vegetables. Drink water first thing in the fucking morning, bro. Jesus Christ.